are you in the offline group or the online group? Okay. So in this way, you have to send your websites. Deadline is you have to send the website on 70th July before this time, because I will compile all the things and all before this. 3 pages are mandatory. Your website should have at least 3 pages. Maximum you can keep 10, 20, 30, whatever you want, but minimum it should be 3 pages website. And you will get topic after the class, not in the class. I will post the topic in Google Classroom. So stay tuned there after the class. Okay. I will send the topic like evening 5 or 6. Okay. Same time for everyone, right? 24 hours. That is 24 hour. And it means after the class, I will share the topic. You should have some enjoyment also, right? So stay tuned to Google Classroom after the class. Okay. So that is about hackathon. Mention your group number and your mode of hackathon, online or offline, whatever. Okay. So there is one topic that is background in CSS. Background in CSS. Now just learn this properly. Okay. What is background in CSS? And communicate properly with your group, right? Let's say if you are three student in a group and you are working on home page, about page and contact page, just a reference. So one person should work on home page in their laptop. Later you can send that file and copy paste in the VS Code. Just write the same file name. Home should be index.html. About should be one person will be working on about.html, then contact. So work separately. It should not be like one person is working on completely, others are just becoming the advisor. No, all of you have to work on the code. How you will, sir, I have changed to online today class code if I'm not. Tell me your group name so that I can remove you. Those who are in offline mode strictly have to be in offline mode. Those who are in online mode, they have to be. Whose group is in? Tell me your group. Sharanya. Okay. Wait. This is not allowed. You can't change the things by your own choice. This is not a joke. You can't change your group number and all. And no new registration will be done. Already closed. Already take lot of times to assemble the things. Now nothing is going to be changed. Anyways, let's come down now. Background in CSS. Go to Google Classroom. and check your group number there. I have already uploaded the file yesterday. So background in CSS, just like colors, color you already know, just like colors, we can also add other multimedia as our background, as our background. Whenever we are adding any background image, then we will have lots of CSS properties attached with background. Some of those properties are, so there is something called background size. There is something as background repeat. There is something as background position. There is something called background attachment. There is something called size, repeat, position, center. Okay. So these are the common properties related to any background. Now let's try to understand them, that what is their use. तुम्हारे And in one project you can have many HTML file, many CSS file, doesn't matter. Mhm. Okay, so let's say this is your content. We will link our CSS file here and we will give some of the style to body. We need a image, of course, so we'll go and okay, let's say this image. Now, it depends on the size of image also, that what kind of image you are having in your, in which orientation your image is. So if I'm going and giving, first of all, never give background image to body. You can give, actually, there is no problem, but it is not preferred to give background image to body. So here we will go URL. In single quotes or double quotes, we will write the image name, that is t.jpg. After giving the background image to the body, so you are making it fix to the entire website, that now my entire website is going to have this background image, and this is your background image. Now the entire website is taking the background image, and that is, of course, is not a good choice, right? That is not a good choice. Now this is a, very big image. Let's say you have a very short image also. So we will just use one short image also. Let's say this is one image. I will edit it and make it short image. So this is very big, right? So we'll just resize it. Now, if we are adding this short size background image, this one, this is not a complete image. So now we'll change it. This is what you will get. Now, here, this is the only picture. This one. After this image is repeating, right? This image is repeating. Now, sometimes you need a smaller image because that image is, of course, good. So sometime we need a smaller image only because that image is so good. We want to use that image, but that image will not look good also like this. If you want to fix this, at first you have to stop its repetition. That don't repeat, please. So whenever you are writing this background repeat, no repeat. That don't repeat. If image is not repeating, then you will get the half size because this is the actual size of image. But you want this image to occupy the complete page, right? You need the entire image. In that case, you can give the background size, and background size will be cover. Background size will be cover. Now, this is one pair, that background image, background repeat, no repeat, then background size cover. You will see that your image is taking the full screen without getting repeated, right? That is one pair. Second pair is here you can give background size contain also. Background size contain. In contain, you will see it is coming like this. For that, you have to remove this background repeat property. Now, this is contain. Contain means it will only repeat wherever it is necessary. It will not repeat in any random direction, right? It will not repeat in any random direction. Got it? So, like this, it is going to be background. Or let's say if this image is more smaller, that is also possible, like very small image. So, again, I will go and make this image very small. Now, this image is like more small, and we are not repeating the content. If we are not repeating the content, now this is your image, very small, very. Let's try the first technique, background repeat, no repeat, background size cover. That cover the entire screen. Cover the entire screen. Is it covering the entire screen? Yes. But if you are expanding a small size image, it will become blur because of its quality. Its quality will decrease. So choose the image properly. It should not be a very small image until and unless you are using it for a small section. If you are using it for the complete background, then it should be a good image. Sometime if you are not writing background repeat, and you can write the background size as contain. This is what contain will do. Means it will only repeat wherever it is necessary. That is background size contain. Now your body of the web page is containing the background image. That is contain. So background repeat, no repeat, background size cover. This is the ideal thing to use. In this way, you will see something. Let's say now I will use the tea image, means that teapot image. Is your image like this? No. Our image is not like this. So let's have a quick understanding of this, that how background will be getting set in your web page. This is not a theory topic, it's a complete understandable and practical topic. Now this is what your image is. Here also this it. Now let's say this is your image, and whenever you are adding this image into your web page, so there are technically four direction in which a image can be added. Now let's say your laptop screen is this. Now let's say this is your image and your laptop size is this. Let's say this. Generally, our laptop comes in this orientation only. So at first, by default, your laptop will scan the image from top left corner like this. And how whichever part of image is visible, it will take that. The same thing is happening here, right? That much part is only visible. Now, this is not our complete picture, right? If you focus here properly, at top we have only a black background. That is not even necessary. Our main picture is at bottom where this kettle, the cups and the steam is there. If I want that my laptop should scan it from here, then we will get the complete picture. Then we will get the complete picture or not? Yes. So if you want to change this, then you have to change the position. That is the background position. Now where you changed the position to bottom. Same background position bottom. When you are changing the background position bottom, now your website will scan the image from bottom to top. And this is the effect. Now you will see that the top black background is removed. Why? Because your image is scanned from the bottom now. If image is getting scanned from bottom, you are getting the exact and complete view of your website. Now, if you check it for mobile and tablets, that how this will look in mobile and tablet. So this is how it will look in mobile. Because of course, mobile width is very small. Mobile width is very small. Let's check it for tablet, that is 780. In tablet, fine. But when you are going a smaller screen size, after a certain period of time, this image will start cutting its corners. So let's check it for 390 like this. Then what is the best case to in these kind of images? Not everywhere, but in these kind of images, what is the best case? The best case is that you start scanning your image from the center every time. If you are going on a smaller screen, then also from center. So your, it depends, right? It depends. Now here background position, let's say I'm not writing bottom, I will write right. That now image is getting scanned from right hand side like this or like this. So this is the result now in right side, top right. Okay. You can make it left also, but ideal is center. Background position as center. Here, if you check the center now, this is what we are getting in center. Let's go on smaller screens now. So till 568, it is fine. After that, we will lose the picture because this picture orientation is like that. But you can change this also. What you can do? You can change this also. That is advanced CSS. So you check after which particular part your image is cutting, after which width. 576, after 576, 75, 74, 73. So kind of 560. After 560, it's becoming bad, right? So no problem. You go to your CSS file, that is advanced CSS, and I will teach you there. You write here at the rate of media. What you write? At the rate of media. Then you write small brackets and then curly brackets. In small brackets, you type max hyphen width colon 560 pixel. After which width your image is becoming bad, you write that max width 560 pixel. Here you copy all the property of body. It will come as a topic. If you are not understanding it, no worries. Same thing, but inside this width, background position will be right. For main parent, for main screen, the background position will be center. But when you are reaching 560, means below 560, it will have right side. So here you are on 560. This is what you are on 559. Let's go on all smaller screen. Now you will see a shift in the background image. Here, what you can do is background position right and from the bottom. Background position from right and bottom. And in that way, this is your image for main parent. And when you are going on a smaller screen, let's restart it. Chrome is giving some problem. Whenever we are going to inspect, you will see that it is showing right cup for a minute. That is the actual orientation, like this. It is shifting. I think there is some issue in Chrome. We'll check here. So like this, you will get your image. I'll show you how. So whenever you are going on 560, it is like this. After 560, your image will be oriented from which side? Right side. And now you will see that your image is visible. Let's go to 400. So after that, again, it will be cutting. So that is how we use advanced CSS properties also. Of course, we'll discuss these when they are coming as a topic. This is just for a reference. So you can change the part of your background image as well. Now, if you want to check it more properly, so let's do one thing. Here, we will create one div. Inside body, we will create one div. And to this div, we will give height as 500 pixel, width as 700 pixel, 700, and height is 400. And we will give it a border of 10 pixel solid red. So you will get the div here. This is our div now. Now I want to set a background image in this div. Same coffee image. Now you see the change. To this div, I will give the background image URL T. By default, this is how picture is coming now. Why? Because picture by default will start scanning from this particular part. Now this is your height width. So that part is visible to you. By default, picture will be getting scanned from here. So this kettle's handle is visible. Why? Because in this height width only this one will be fixed. Here, if you are giving one property, that background size will be cover. It means that the complete image I want in my container, complete image. Now you see, now CSS will adjust automatically your image inside this container automatically. You don't have to do anything, right? Now, if you need this image in center, let's say kettle is looking like it is kept at bottom. If you want this in center, so now also your image is starting from top left corner. So here you can give the background position. Position as center. That start my image from center. So you will get your image in a good way. Got the point? That is how we use background image, background size, background position, and other things. Okay? Got it? You sure? Okay. There is one more property that is called background attachment. What is in real terms or in normal English? What do you mean by attachment? Miss, what is the meaning of attachment? How will you define the word attachment? Yes, in normal English, how will you define the word attachment? Now, let's say if you are a cricket fan So recently you have a heartbreak, right? Because of whom we have the heartbreak? Siraj? Huh? Because of whom? Huh? Top order. Sure. Top order. That is only called attachment, right? Uh, I too know. Okay, anyways. So, attachment is a condition where you will be being happy, being sad with the action of others. That is attachment, actually, right? If they are doing something that you like, you are happy. If they are doing something that you don't like, you are sad. Attachment means something which depends on others, not you, right? Now let's say you will be trying hard to win the hackathon. Now anyhow you are getting attached with that, and we have, so what I have decided, because of the maximum number of groups, there will be the two separate competition between online and offline. So there will be three winners from online and three winners will be from offline, because we have not seen anyone, those who are rarely joining online daily. So we don't know what they are using, from who is writing their code. That also we don't know, right? So here we have 26 group and here we have 35, I think. How much? What is the total? 61. So a total of 61, and winner will be only 6. 55 are going to have their heartbreak, right? That is the attachment. True, right? 55 groups are going to have heartbreak. So that is the attachment. Now you will be putting efforts, everyone will be putting efforts with their own knowledge or whatever. The thing is, it not depends on you whether you are going to win or lose. It depends on others, because others are going to judge. Same way, you have the background attachment property. And how does it works? So let's say we are giving a background to the body. So this is how we are getting our picture now. Now this is a thing that you are writing inside the body. Inside that you will write lot of things also. You will prepare more content. You will write headings, you will write paragraphs, you will write buttons. Obviously lot of things you will write there. Now let's say you are writing one heading, very big heading. Like this, it is coming properly. After that, you will add some image, some container, or whatever. Now, whenever you are keep on adding headings, so like this you will get, right? Like this you will get. When you are increasing more and more, this is what you will get. Increase more. Now, this is what you will get. What is happening? When you are giving background image to body, your body will try to give it to all of its child. Child means how much tag this body, this image will be compressing now. What this image will be? Expanding itself, not compressing. This image will expand itself. Check. That's why you should never give background to body. Never. Right? You should never give background to body, because everything you will write inside the body. Is there any solution? Yes, there is one solution, that is attachment. Now body is like the mother of all the element. equally distribute the property, right? But what we can do is we will say to body that background attachment, background attachment, your attachment is fixed. You don't have to change according to the child of number of child. You are fixed. When the attachment is fixed, this is what you will get. Now content will scroll, but the background image will be staying at one place. The same thing you have seen in the coffee website also, at one place. I will show you. In this particular section, this one, you will see that we are just going over the background image. This is background size fixed. Background attachment is fixed. Now body will not react to the number of childs available. It will be fixed, right? This background will be fixed. It will not behave according to the number of child that it has. Got it? Are you sure? This is the background position. Where you will be getting the image fixed at one place, content only will scroll. That is background position. We have one more property that is called opacity. Opacity is not a background property, but it is used with background. Opacity in color, you know opacity, alpha, RGBA, same you have here also. If I am giving 0.5 opacity, if I am giving 0.1 opacity, so whatever content you are trying to write here, it will get the opacity. Now, here you will have something as background clip. What you have? Background clip. Now, this background clip depends that on which value you will clip your background. Background clip. In background, or let's say we will discuss it after the box model, not here. There is one topic, CSS box model. We will discuss it after that. Background size, repeat, position. There is no theory for this. You have to understand, and there is no notes also. But if you want, I will write some of them. The first property is background size. If we want the background image to take the complete size of the parent screen, then we can use the background size property with its value as cover, right? It has other values as contain. Okay, that is your background size property. Understood the background size property? Then you have background repeat property. What we have? Background repeat property. This property defines the repetition of our background. We can stop the repetition, or we can start the repetition. Background repeat, repeat. That is by default actually. Start the repetition in any one direction. In any one direction also. Repeat X, repeat Y like that. In any one direction. So here, generally you will use this property, that background hyphen repeat colon no repeat. It has some of the other values, that is repeat X means repeat in the X direction, horizontally repeat. Repeat Y, repeat in the Y direction. This is background repeat. Guys, don't talk. Okay. So like this you can do. So here, this is background repeat. Background position and background attachment not writing here. You can do this. The next we have is border in CSS. Border in CSS. Now let's say there is a div in our body and we will give some of the size to our div. Let's say height of 300 pixel, width of 600 pixel. Now this is our container, but of course it will not be visible because div is just a container. Sometime we need to give it a border. So what is a border? Border is a kind of separation line that is drawn that is drawn all over the element, in all over the element. That is the border. Border is actually has many properties. That first is border size. Border, or let's say border width, not size. This is border width. Border width of 2 pixel. Border width means border will be 2 pixel thick. Then you have border style. Border style. Style will be, let's say, solid. Then you will have the border color. Color will be red. So that is the actual way of writing any border. That is the actual way. So whenever we are typing the border to any container, let's say you want to give a border, so at first you have to give the border width, that what is the thickness of this border. Then after you have to give the border style. Style is solid. Others are also there, I will tell you. Then you have to give the border color. Red, blue, black, whatever. This is the actual way of writing the border. But we can use a shorthand property by mixing all the above properties. That's why you will get like this. Whenever we are writing a border, at first border colon, size, style, color. In one line you can write. Actual is the top one. This is the shorthand property. Border of 10 pixels solid red. Actual is the topper one, not the below one. So that is how you can give border. Here we have a lot of styles. We have following border styles, where first one is solid, then you have dashed, then you have dotted, then you have double, then you have groove. Solid dash dotted double groove. Yeah, these are the 5 border style. Let's check all of them. So here style I will change to dashed. Dash means simple. Dash, dash, dash you will get like this wherever you want. Then you have dotted as well. Dotted will be having lot of dots. Then you will have double. Double will be having two lines like this, right? Double means two lines like this. Then you have groove. In groove also you will have two lines, but in this way. Attached like this. Okay. This is groove. This is groove. Now let's say there is one H1 that you are writing. There is one H1 hello world. Hello world. And to this H1, I will give some border. Shorthand property I can write, let's say 5 pixel solid and red. I can do this. Okay. It's not looking good. Now you can give border in any one direction also. So how many direction we have? 4. This one, border top, right, bottom, left. You can give border in any one direction also. So here, if we are writing border left, 5 pixel solid and red. Now you will get a border on only on the left hand side. Only on the left hand side. Now if you want to make it more good, give a border bottom also. Same way. 5 pixel solid, some different color you can use. Now this is taking the complete width because H1 will take that. Display, it is taking full width. Either you decrease its width or display inline to it. Simple. You can give border in any one direction also. So you can change the color also of all the borders. Give border in all direction with a different color. So this is border left, bottom. Same you give border right also. Make it a rainbow here. Same way 5 pixel solid. Make it green. Give the border at top also. That is 5 pixel solid pink. This is your H1 now. Looking very ugly. Got it? So you can give border in any one direction also. Sometimes we use these kind of things by the way. Right? Sometimes we use. So let's say where we will using this. So you can give a border of left and top. That is used too much with the same color like this. Now this is your heading. Right? These all are like designing techniques that you can use. Okay. Now it will look very, very good also if you attach a border radius to it. Border top left, because only top left corner is there. So you give border radius of 10 pixel there. Got it? All these are hint for your hackathons. Wow. Because topic is like that. And I can say one thing about the topic, that for the first hour you will be figuring out what we can build in this. Okay. So like this, we can build any of the good thing. That is called border and border radius. Got it? That is called border and border radius. So here there is a note. If we want to create border in any one direction, That also we can do. In programming, the rule is simple. Whatever you can think, you can build. Nothing is impossible here. So, like if there is one H1, to this you want border on left side only. Border left colon 5 pixel solid and red. So you will get a border only on the left hand side. Rest all the sides you will not get this border. In the same way, in others, like those who are joining online, guys, am I audible to you? Those who are joining online, okay, fine. Left, right, bottom, top. So you can give the properties in one direction. You can use all four with a different color, different design also, right? That is also possible, right? Now let's say you are writing all four, left, right, top, everything, but their style is different. Here you are using dotted style. Here you are using dashed style. Here you are using the groove style. Bad, you know, very bad. But you can use. It is just totally depends on your creativity here, right? So that is how you can do border. The next part that we have related to is border radius. What we have? Border radius. Border radius is an important CSS property which is generally, guys, don't talk, used to cut the corners of any elements. So what property you can actually give is like this. Let's say there is one h1 and you can give it a border radius of 10 pixel. It will cut 10 pixel from all the corners. You can give it for one corner also, right? Here you can also write like this way: border hyphen top hyphen left radius. Now it will cut corners from only one direction, that is top left. Then you will have border top right radius. It will cut the corners from top right side. Then you will have border like this. Here you can write this: border hyphen top hyphen left and right. Like this you can write. The same way you have border bottom left and bottom right. So they will cut their respective corners. Border bottom, border bottom left radius 10 pixel and border bottom right radius. radius as border radius as Arey, I have told this. Let's say we will check it. So there is a div like this. We will give this div a height of 500 pixel, a width of 500 pixel, and we will give it a border of 10 pixels solid and red. So that is how we will get our div now, like this. You can give it a border radius of 50% and you will get a circular element. Now this, if you want it in the center, display flex, align item center, justify content center. This is also their flex and grid we will discuss. So you will get a circular element. Got it? Just height and width should be the same. Then only the border radius 50% will work. So that is the background and border radius property of CSS. Got it? Got it? Sure. Okay. So that is how you can do these things. Any question in this? Yes. Any question in these things that we discussed today? Okay, fine. Stop talking then. So that is how you can use the backgrounds, borders, and border radius. Ray, stop talking. Okay. You know, in GitHub, you can do collaborative development also. What you can do is, because this will be helpful. So let's say you will have a meeting. I will tell you the way of the development, that how we work in companies actually. Now let's say there are four peoples in a group. A, B, and C, D. There are the four peoples. So you divide the work according to your potential. Let's say you are very weak. You are not that much good. So you say that I will build the header. Let's say A is saying that I will build the header. B will build the home page. C will build the about page. And D will build the contact page. Now one person go to GitHub and create the repository, right? So I will show it to you live. So let's say you are logging to GitHub. Anyone like to log in your GitHub here? I'll just show it. Or let's say I will show it on my accounts only. I need one account so that I can show you collaborative development. That how will you invite your teammate so that they can use the same GitHub repository. You don't have to create four different GitHub repository, right? in this project we will do what you taught till now. Depends on you. You can also do what I haven't taught. If the background image is full of screen, then how to adjust it to view full image without cutting any image? Center is the best thing. If the background image is bigger than the screen size, that's background position center. It will cut the corners then without cutting, and you can give the background size as cover. If you are giving cover, it will not cut anything. Don't talk. Okay, let's say I'll show it to you on my account. So let's say one person will go to GitHub and they will create the repository by any name, let's say HCK, anything. So like that, you will create, and let's say I am the person who is building the home page because index.html is main. So what I will do in this home page, I will be having one index file. So upload an existing file, choose file. I will choose any index file. Lot of index file we have. Let's say this index file, right? Now this should be your home page. So what I will do, this particular repository is available in my this GitHub account. I have second GitHub account. Let's log into that. So wait. This is my second GitHub account. Now its username is Shivam1919. And this is my other username, where username is Shivu1919. Now I want to add my teammate in this project. So what I will do, I will go to settings of the repository and you will see one option as collaborators. Go to collaborators. After adding the password and all, you add the people. You can add the people by their username or email. So I will type my username, that is Shivam1919. So my ID is coming here. I will select this and add. Now there will one notification go to my account, second account. Here, this is the notification section. It takes time. It will not go very quickly. We'll check it here again. It will show that one person is pending. So sometime it takes time because both these accounts are working in same laptop. That's why it might create a security problem. The second person will be accepting that. Here you will get a notification to accept the request, and you will get the same repository in your laptop also. And from this, you will get the upload option. You upload your about.html. If you are building contact.html, you upload contact.html. If you don't want to use GitHub, use WhatsApp or any other source to share the file and merge. It depends on you. It is just you can do the collaborative development like this. Uh, we'll try to add by email address. Maybe their systems are in the same laptop. That's why it's a problem, I think. Okay, so now we have got a mail. What we have got is that this person has invited you to the HCK repository. You can view this invitation and accept it. Now, I am checking this repository in my this GitHub also, second GitHub. And here also, this is my main one. If I want to upload any file from here, simple add file, upload file. So let's say I will upload any image or something like that and commit change. Same way. So I have uploaded the image from this side. It will be visible there also. Check coffee.jpg. Like that, you can do the collaborate. And that is how we work in companies actually. Because one developer is sitting in Hyderabad, one in Bangalore, one in US, one in Paris. How they are communicating? GitHub. One person will write their code, send the code to GitHub. One person will write the code and send the code to GitHub. Right? If you want to use other things also, WhatsApp and all to share the files, you can do. It's totally your choice. I have no objection in anything. I need complete working website. Now doesn't matter what you will use to do that. Okay? But this is a way to do the collaborative development. Any questions from the day? Guys, don't talk. Any question? No question? So you want to learn next topic now? But we can't sit ideally, right? We have to do something. So what you want to do for next 15 minutes then? Huh? We can't sit ideally. Huh? What? Topic? I will share in classroom. Hacking. Give me your mobile number then. I will do. If we add any video to create a website, GitHub allow only 25 MB. We can't increase it. Give money to you, GitHub. Yes. Give money to GitHub. Yes, you can increase it. I will tell you other source, but of course not now. There are two other sources that I will tell, but not now. I have to use these stuff only. Yes, what we have to do for next 15 minutes. Next topic, then what? Okay, for next 15 minutes, it's a freestyle class. How we can deploy the Java code in GitHub? Can we see the output? No, we can't see the output of Java code. We can deploy, but we can't see the output. How to live website in GitHub? I have told it many times, right? Whatever questions you are asking are already taught. We can't add two background image directly. You have to edit the images, then only it is possible. Means blending of image is not possible. Fine, then you can have rest now. You can leave. We'll connect again tomorrow, guys. Bye bye. Take care.